What if I told you that a single piece of knowledge could completely change the way you see life? Not just a little shift, but a full transformation, like opening a door to a reality you never even knew existed. Most people go through life on autopilot. They wake up, follow their routines, and never stop to question if they're seeing things as they truly are. But what if I told you? Reality isn't what you think it is. Think about this. Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly realized something that had been right in front of you the whole time? A truth so obvious, yet invisible, until the second it clicked. That's what we're talking about today. There is knowledge so powerful that once you understand it, you'll never be able to go back to the way you used to think. It will change the way you see yourself, the people around you, and even the world itself. By the end of this video, you will have a completely new perspective on life. But be warned, once you know this, there's no unknowing it. Are you ready? Let's begin. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you thought you knew about life was just a tiny fraction of the truth. That the world you experience, your struggles, your limitations, your beliefs, are all shaped by something deeper. Here's the shocking part. Reality isn't objective. It's filtered through your mind, your past experiences, and the beliefs you've collected over time. Two people can live through the exact same event and interpret it in completely different ways. Why? Because perception shapes reality. Think about this. Have you ever met someone who always seems lucky? No matter what, things just work out for them. Meanwhile, others seem cursed, as if life is always against them. What if I told you that luck isn't random, that these patterns are created by something hidden inside your mind? The truth is, the way you think determines what you see. If you believe the world is full of problems, your brain will focus on obstacles. If you believe opportunities are everywhere, you'll start noticing them. It's not magic, it's how your brain is wired. This isn't just a theory. Science backs it up. Your brain processes millions of pieces of information every second, but you're only aware of a tiny fraction. The rest, it gets filtered out. Meaning, if you're not looking for something, you won't even see it, even if it's right in front of you. But here's the real question. If your perception shapes your reality, then who is controlling your perception? This is where things get interesting. Most people aren't in control of their own minds. Though their thoughts, beliefs, and even emotions are influenced by things they never question. Parents, school, media, society. So the big idea here is simple. If you want to change your reality, you first have to change how you see the world. And to do that, you need the right knowledge. In the next part, we'll uncover the biggest illusion that keeps people trapped and how you can break free from it. Most people go through life believing that what they see is real. But what if I told you that reality isn't as solid as it seems? Your mind doesn't show you the truth. It shows you a version of reality that makes sense based on what you already believe. In other words, you don't see the world as it is. You see it as you are. Here's an example. Have you ever bought a new car and suddenly you start seeing that exact model everywhere? It's not that everyone just bought the same car at the same time. It was always there. You just never noticed it before. Your brain does this with everything. It filters out what it thinks is unimportant. That means if you believe the world is full of problems, you'll keep finding problems. If you believe success is impossible, you'll ignore every opportunity to succeed. But the biggest illusion? People think they are in control of their thoughts. The truth is, most of what goes through your mind isn't even yours. Think about it. From the moment you were born, you were programmed. Your parents, teachers, the news, social media, everywhere you turn, someone is shaping how you see the world. They tell you what's possible, what's impossible, what you should fear, what you should believe. But here's the problem. If you never question those beliefs, you spend your entire life living inside a mental cage that you didn't even build. Let's do a quick test. Do you believe making money is hard? Do you believe certain people are just naturally gifted while others struggle? Do you believe happiness depends on external things? Money, relationships, success? If you answered yes to any of these, those aren't facts. They are programs running in your mind, installed by the world around you. And like a computer program, they control your actions without you even realizing it. The question is, what if you could rewrite those programs? What if, instead of seeing limits, you started seeing possibilities? Instead of believing life is a struggle, you started noticing how easy things can be. This is what separates people who seem lucky from those who feel stuck. They don't live in a different world, they just see a different world. But how do you change what you see? That's where the power of knowledge comes in. In the next section, we'll talk about the hidden forces shaping your reality and how to take back control. If your reality is shaped by what you believe, then the most powerful thing you can do is change what you know. Think about this. A person born in a tiny village, never exposed to the outside world, will have a completely different perception of life compared to someone who has traveled the world. Not because life itself is different, but because their knowledge is different. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Your brain is not fixed. Science calls this neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to rewire itself based on new information. That means you are not stuck. Your thoughts, habits, and even your identity can change. But to change, you need the right knowledge. And here's the problem. Most people spend their entire lives learning the wrong things. They are taught what to think, not how to think. They memorize facts but never question if those facts are true. They absorb fear, doubt, and limitations from the world around them without ever realizing it. Here's an example. Have you ever heard someone say, "That's just the way things are"? That's a sign of mental programming. The moment you believe something is unchangeable, you stop looking for solutions. But the truth is, everything is changeable once you have the right perspective. Let's talk about confirmation bias, a mental trap that keeps people stuck. Your brain looks for proof that your beliefs are correct. If you believe making money is hard, your brain will find reasons why that's true. If you believe you're bad at relationships, you'll only notice evidence that confirms it. This is why changing your beliefs changes your reality. Once you start questioning your assumptions, new opportunities appear. It's not magic. It's your brain allowing you to see what was always there. Here's a simple exercise. Ask yourself, what do I believe about life that might not be true? Challenge those beliefs. Look for proof that the opposite might be possible. Expose yourself to new ideas, books, experiences, conversations that force you to see the world differently. Because the truth is, most people don't live their own lives. They live the lives they were programmed to live. They follow patterns passed down from parents, society, and media, never realizing they can break free. And that's exactly what we're about to do. In the next part, I'll show you how to apply this knowledge and start shifting your reality, starting today. Knowing that your reality is shaped by your mind is powerful, but knowledge alone isn't enough. You have to use it. Most people learn something new, get excited for a while, and then go back to their old habits. Why? Because information without action changes nothing. So how do you actually start shifting your reality? Here are 3 powerful steps you can apply right now. Step 1. Question everything you believe. Imagine you're living in a house with dirty windows. No matter how beautiful the outside world is, everything looks dull, dark, and gray. That's what limiting beliefs do. They distort reality. So, the first step is to identify and question these beliefs. Ask yourself, what do I believe about money, success, relationships, and happiness? Who taught me these beliefs? Have I ever tested if they're true? Here's an example. Some people believe they need to work 12-hour days to make money. Others believe money comes easily when they create value. Both beliefs create 2 completely different lives. The question is, which belief is serving you? Step 2. Rewire your brain with new information. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant the right seeds, weeds will grow by default. Most people fill their minds with negativity, news, gossip, fear-based social media. And then they wonder why their lives don't change. If you want to shift your reality, you have to control what goes into your mind. Stop consuming content that reinforces fear and limitation. Start exposing yourself to ideas that challenge you. Read books. Listen to people who already live the life you want. One of the easiest ways to do this is through visualization. Athletes use it to improve performance. Entrepreneurs use it to stay focused. And you can use it to train your brain to see new possibilities. Try this. Close your eyes and imagine the life you want. Don't just see it. Feel it. How does it feel to be in that reality? Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and an imagined one. The more you do this, the more your mind starts working to make it real. Step 3. Take small, powerful actions. This is where most people fail. They wait until they feel ready to take action. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. The mind always resists change. The trick? Start small. If you want to get in shape, don't aim for a full workout. Just do 5 minutes today. If you want to start a business, don't plan everything. Just take the first step. If you want to reprogram your mind, don't overwhelm yourself. Just change one belief at a time. Every action sends a message to your brain. This is who I am now. And once your brain starts believing it, change becomes automatic. Most people think change is hard. But the truth is, staying the same is harder. Living a life you don't love, being stuck in the same patterns, watching years pass by without progress, that's what's truly painful. The good news? You don't have to stay the same. In the next part, I'll show you real-life examples of people who transformed their reality, so you can see that this isn't just theory, it's real, and it works. Gostou desse bloco? Se sim, sigo para o próximo. Quarto, você disse, ok. O ChatGPT disse, 6. Real-life examples. 500 words, 3-4 mean. It's one thing to understand these ideas, but seeing real-life examples makes it clear. This isn't just theory. People who change the way they think change their reality. Let's start with a well-known story. The mindset shift that created a billionaire. Jim Carrey, before becoming a famous actor, was broke. He had no connections in Hollywood, no certainty about his future. But instead of accepting his reality, he started rewiring his mind. He wrote himself a check for $10 million, dated 5 years in the future, and kept it in his wallet. Every day, he imagined himself acting in major movies, earning millions. Most people would say, this is crazy. But within 5 years, he landed a role in Dumb and Dumber, and his paycheck, exactly $10 million, as coincidence? Or did his new mindset make him see opportunities he would have ignored before? The experiment that proves reality is flexible. A group of elderly men participated in a study. They were taken to a house designed to look exactly like it did 20 years earlier. The furniture, newspapers, even the TV shows. They were told to act as if they were 20 years younger. The result? In just a few weeks, their posture improved, their memory sharpened, their eyesight even got better. Nothing changed except their belief about their age, and that belief changed their biology. The power of changing a single thought. A man named Hal Elrod had a near-fatal accident. Doctors said he might never walk again. Instead of accepting that, he told himself every day, I will recover, I will run again. He didn't just recover, he went on to run ultra-marathons. These stories prove one thing: your thoughts create your world. The question is, what kind of world are you creating? In the next section, we'll tie everything together, so you can start using this knowledge today. Everything we've talked about leads to one simple but powerful truth. Your life is a reflection of your mind. Look around. Your habits, your income, your relationships, your happiness, everything you experience today is the result of the thoughts you've accepted as true. But now you know something most people don't. You know that reality isn't fixed, that what you see is filtered by your beliefs, and that the moment you start questioning those beliefs, you open the door to a completely new life. So let me ask you this: what's one belief holding you back? What's one thought that, if changed, could shift everything? Because here's the thing, most people never ask these questions. They stay trapped, living the same patterns over and over. Not because they have to, but because they never stop to question the program running in their minds. But you don't have to stay stuck. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can walk away from this video and keep living the same way. Or you can start seeing the world differently. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because once you change the way you think, your reality has no choice but to change with you. In the final part, I'll leave you with something important: your next step. Right now, you have an opportunity. You've just learned something that most people will never realize. You now understand that your mind is shaping your reality every second. And with that knowledge, you have two options. You can forget about this, go back to your routine, and nothing will change. Or you can take action right now and start shifting your reality. The choice is yours. Here's a simple challenge. Pick one belief that's been holding you back. Just one. It could be about success, relationships, happiness, anything. Now, instead of just accepting it, question it. Ask yourself, is this really true? Have I ever tested the opposite? What would happen if I believed something different? Then take one small action that aligns with your new belief, just one step. It could be as simple as reading something new, talking to someone different, or making a small decision with a new mindset. And if you're serious about changing your reality, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Because this is just the beginning. Your mind is powerful, your life is in your hands, and what you do next, that's up to you.